going to be a really tense rematch in the upcoming couple of minutes, because one of the favorites of the Hungarian fans, Tamás Kiliti and Lazar Dimitrov, the Bulgarian, are going to rematch in August. It was a dramatic ending to the match. In the very last moment of the last round, the Bulgarian managed to turn the match around and achieved a technical KO and got the W, the Fehérvár fighter. So this rematch is going to be something else for both of them. Dimitrov wants to prove that it was definitely not by chance that he won the match by a technical KO, and Tamás wants quite the opposite. He wants to show that was just one slip, one error, and we'll just find out soon enough. Dimitrov's favorite was Gerald Davis, an American fighter who's not trying to avoid risk. He's fighting, he's really powerful shots, and that is what the Bulgarian fighter can be characterized by. The question is whether he can actually give us the same performance. Let's just see who Lazar Dimitrov is. Hello, my name is Lazar Dimitrov, and I'm ready for my match in Hell Boxing Kings.
Lazar Dimitrov!
When they offered me to have a fight, I definitely felt the power and I accepted this offer. This is going to be my third match in HBK and I'm extremely motivated. Last time I had the feeling that I was going to win it. I just love this feeling and now I want to experience it once again. My preparation was perfect, and in England I did a lot of sparring and I practiced a lot. Tamás Kiliti, I wish you all the success and let the better fighter win the match. So he's going to be Lazar Dimitrov, soon coming into the ring of Hell Boxing Kings, but let us get familiarized by the fighter from Székesfehérvár, whom the fan base, in most of the cases, accompanies to all of the venues and spurs on at a really high volume. Do we have some Kiliti Tamás fans here in Pap László Arena? Yes, hello everybody to Székesfehérvár, and hi to all the fans across Europe. And his professional performance is 11-1. That one loss to the Bulgarian Dimitrov, but Tamás wants to prove that this loss was not something reflecting a difference in knowledge. That was just a bad moment. So let us take a look at Tamás Kiliti, the fighter from Fehérvár. Hello, my name is Tamás Kiliti and I'm ready for the rematch. I think that it was a crowd pleaser with Dimitrov and this is not going to be any different this time around. My biggest strength still is that I'm adjusting really easily. I've got a good ring IQ, really good ring IQ. These are my strengths. In terms of the outcome, I think it's going to be a victory for me, quite easily. I promised my son that I was going to win, so as a father, I have simply no other choice. So, we're in for a really tense rematch in the ring. Lazar Dimitrov, soon to enter, from Bulgaria, and from Hungary, Tamás Kiliti.
Hölgyeim és uraim, a kék sarokba érkezik a bolgár ragadozó, a magabiztos ütőgép. Ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the blue corner, a Bulgarian predator, a surefire punching machine, Lazar Dimitrov!
Четири боя ни стабилен, нямаш място тук, брат, не куни, чичек си лабилен. Всеки наш матч от екипката подсилен, но всеки един чурбар от левскара изнасилен. Нека всички като чуят тоя глас и да настъпват на ритъма за левски, всяка зала да надъхва. Удари zamiast za to są stopfa Wyprasaty niczym gotów się na to tak stopfa Leski zamiast inne światło Ludzie są bardzo bate i posunie swoją tatą Nagle fala gore, recepta pasta w czepni Ja mam na czym tie, kurwy tukateli, bubet
A piros sarokba érkezik az ellenfele, a fehérvári szurkolótábor büszkesége, akit most a revancs tüze hajt. And his opponent, making his way to the red corner, the pride of Székesfehérvár, out for revenge, Kiliti Tamás!
Ready or not, here I come, you can't hide. Gonna find you and take it slowly. Ready or not, here I come, you can't hide. Gonna find you and make you want me.
Now that I escape, sleep, walk away. Those who correlate know the world ain't kick. Jail bars ain't golden gates. Those who fake, they break. When they meet their 400-pound mate, if I could rule the world, everyone would have a gun and together, of course.
Hölgyeim és uraim, ez a Hell Boxing Kings profi box mérkőzése könnyű súly kategóriában. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a Hell Boxing Kings pro boxing bout in the lightweight division. Első versenyzőnk a kék sarokban, a 22 éves, 177 cm magas, a mérlegelésen 60,75 kg súlyú bolgár versenyző. Fighting out of the blue corner, at 22 years of age, he stands 177 centimeters tall and weighed in at 60.75 kilograms. Fighting out of Pleven, Bulgaria, Lazar Dimitrov! És az ellenfele a piros sarokban, a 30 éves, 169 cm magas, a mérlegelésen 60,95 kg súlyú magyar versenyző. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner at 30 years of age. He stands 169 centimeters tall and weighed in at 60.95 kilograms. Fighting out of Székesfehérvár, Hungary, Kiliti Tamás! És a mérkőzés vezetőbírója, and your referee in charge at the bell, Sasvári Tamás.
The center, please. Okay, gentlemen, clear fight, please. No head, no low move, no rabbit punch. Shake down. Good luck.
Nagyon-nagyon szurkolok Tominak, mert
I'm very much rooting for Tommy because he suffered a KO loss at the end of a very tense match. It wasn't too long ago. He had a fight in between, but obviously this is one of the most anticipated matches because it was a really good match and they started really quick and it was a really sharp match. It was really close down to the very last moment, and probably he was KO'd 10 to 15 seconds before the last ring, and he almost came out victorious of that fight. Tommy's obviously got a big routine, and unfortunately he's got another loss, unfortunately, and once again, unfortunately, he's knocked down. There was a huge hook that he looked into. I'm very much afraid that this is not going to go the distance. Maybe he was too fast to get into a close fight, but he was really good when he's boxing from the distance, but when he's getting into a brawl, the opponent is at an advantage. He's not a very veteran guy, his opponent, but he's got definitely some strength. Probably he's not going to win this round, but he needs to conclude this, and obviously his opponent's got really good hitting strength, hitting power, but it was... And now he's managed to find his opponent with an uppercut. luckily, it just ran through Kiliti, so he needs to move around a bit. I don't think that he needs to get into a fight. Probably he's, after a body shot, he's going to make a right uppercut. That's his main weapon. Tommy's keeping his position really well. 2 years ago, I think at Feyenoord, he had the fight of the year. That was a title match, a really good match, really good bout. Now it was really nice. He managed to land with left and right. Nice combination. Wow.
No holding.
This is very interesting way he does these uppercuts. The Bulgarian guy. Tommy needs to get into the middle of the ring, but it seems like his movements are clean and he's sobered up, and he once again got a fist in his face. It wasn't too powerful. Dimitrov just put his fist there. Probably Dimitrov was also surprised by the right haymaker. It was really tough. The round is getting to a close. So apart from the knockdown, he could have taken this particular round. Well, we'll see whether somebody's going to score it 10-9, but obviously, automatically, the winner should be the one who scored the knockdown. But obviously, it's not obligatory to score it a 10-8 difference. I think that Tommy's managed to land more blows, except for that knockdown. But one thing is for sure, it's not Tommy who's in front. That's 100%. So this first round probably goes to the Bulgarian. So this was it was the temple that he managed to hit Tommy. So it was not a typical knockout location. So it was temple, forehead, the edge of his eye. But Robbie managed to clamber out of this slump and this shot. So the Bulgarian guy is really powerfully coming out of the corner. But probably the coach is going to spur him on because they're already feeling blood. That was a really good uppercut. And Tommy needs to move away at the beginning of the round. In August, this is what happened. The Bulgarian guys is almost as good in it. Physically seems to be stronger, obviously. He's younger, despite the fact that he's not as experienced. Tamás Kiliti managed to land a blow with a left hook, and they decided to get into a brawl, a pocket fight. So they are picking it up exactly where they had left off. In August, they didn't come up with anything new. Since then, they came here to give a crowd pleaser, and they are going to do everything for it. And Tommy definitely needs that left hand to keep the Bulgarian at bay, and he manages to land those shots actually quite clearly. Well, if you can be successful with the fundamentals, then that's the way to go. You don't have to be fancy about it. And the fans are definitely lining up behind Kiliti. The Bulgarian guy wants to hold on to the side of the ring. Obviously, that was really nice. That was a really nice, powerful blow, and he seems to be off balance right now. It's a really good match. What a match! And once again, a nice left. This is what he needs. He needs to move it right and left, Dimitrov, and these are really nice. And there was a left jab and then right jab. This is what he needs to be doing.
Stop! Nagyon jó látványos mérkőzés.
Really good match. A very good round for Tamás Kiliti. 2.5 minutes up until now. He's been really successful with what he planned.
ráállt nagyon a sarokra.
Now he's very much working in the corner, and he's holding on. Dimitrov is very shrewd with, and is pushing Kiliti into the corner, and the round is coming to the end, coming to its conclusion. It was a really good round for Kiliti. That was a good one. So it's this is a 4-round match. So if it was 10-8 to the Bulgarian in the first round, and it's a 10-9 for the Hungarian, then obviously it's going to be a tabula rasa from the third round. Obviously, this is a short match, a short bout, but it's just a theory that obviously the scorecard it was 10-8 in the first round, but there's a chance for it to have been an even closer first round.
Maradj észrevétlen.
So we'll see at the very end how it's going to turn out. There were some really good ducks for Tommy, and there was a really nice left jab. His groin protector sort of slipped a bit, and it needs to be adjusted as far as I can see.
Védeni kell. Királyi ékszert.
Obviously, you need to be protecting the crown jewels.
Hosszú kézzel támadva.
Once again, with long shots, long jabs. Similar, they are at similar height, and Tommy needs to be very attentive. He doesn't need to stop, and the Bulgarian is landing very powerful shots. All of his jabs and all of its shots are really powerful. I'd be very interested in seeing him with Typhoon. That was once again a very tough shot. And it was from the distance, coming from very far away. So it's 10th match. When title matches came up, those were really big fights. He gave a lot, but he also was hit a lot, and that Canadian tour wasn't really beneficial for his career, and that was the match against the Bulgarian. So he's a really good fighter, but he's also getting a lot of shots. So defense needs to be a focus point for him, as it had been earlier. Tommy's got some really nice movement, and from time to time the Bulgarian is really good at finding the gaps. So there's a narrow margin for error, really. The left jab is really nice coming from Tamás. Mishi, he almost hit us, Mishi. But I'm watching out for it. Once again, body shot. So these are not some fair shots. This is really against the rules. He's locking in his neck and head, so he's very shrewd. It was a Bulgarian who kept his head down. Just half a minute to go, and then we're going to be right where we started at the beginning of the match, beginning of the bout, because probably it's going to be up for grabs. And the fourth round is going to be decisive, just like the previous match. It was really close and really tense. Once again, the Bulgarian managed to connect twice consecutively. Kiliti with a nice blow. Oh, that's not good. Okay, you shouldn't be doing it at the very end. You cannot win this round with such a shot. He should be keeping those hands up. So once again, the Bulgarian had 2 or 3 accurate punches at the end, and obviously we've got nice and good judges here who should remember all the 180 seconds, not just the very last few ones. So this was the way to train and prepare the fighters. There was a 15-round match I'm thinking about, and the guy whose name I don't know won the beginning of the rounds, but Leonard won the very end of the rounds, and that's what the judges remembered. So it's also very dangerous. He was a real predator, that guy Leonard. So now he tries to pressure him into the corner, Lazar Dimitrov, but he managed to come out into the middle of the ring. Knowing the history of the first match, this round is something Tamás needs very badly. And the Bulgarian tries to dominate the middle of the ring, and even if Tamás manages to come out, within a couple of seconds they get back into the corner. But obviously ring leadership is not something that counts a lot. Obviously that's of secondary importance. You need clean shots. So probably with an easier fight he could be more successful. If he gets into a brawl, a pocket fight, then he won't be able to make a difference. So the Bulgarian seems to be that much stronger. So this is a lot of pushing around. The Bulgarian should be actually warned for this. Once again, really nice ducking. But the Bulgarian started out his shots in a really good rhythm. So that's the way, yes. Now you need to go back. The counter-attack is something that they missed out on. And the Bulgarian sometimes changes his stance up. Now the left jab's really nice. So Tommy managed to land some really good counter punches. The Bulgarian started out from below, and despite the fact that he's not particularly experienced, he seems to be a veteran fighter. And he hasn't had too many matches among the amateurs. Probably spent his entire life in the gym. He just hasn't had too many fights. Tommy's got a cut, as far as I can see, and it's below his eye. Probably he hasn't even noticed it yet. You need to be moving away, Tommy. Yes, nice duck. But it could prove to be lethal. 30 seconds to go. I should be saying that he needs to go back, but he really needs this round. So obviously he punished him for that. Shoshi doesn't hit him for this, then I'm going to be doing it. 10 seconds to go. Come on, come on. Hands up. That's what you need. What a fight. What a barn burner. That's for the end. That was a really good match. After the third round, I think it was definitely up for grabs. It was a good match, really, really good match. One thing is for sure, a lot of shots delivered. They almost managed to hit us. So this is a very important match for Kiliti in his career, because he needs to rebound from a loss. Once again, rematch. If he manages to clinch this one, probably he can recover his spirits, lift his spirits. So it's really important to sort of fix his defense. If we take a look at the fact that 2 to 3 times he's been knocked down over the past 4 matches, that's obviously not a good way to move forward. So a bit of a relaxation, a bit of a break is going to do him good, I think. Obviously this is still not in his hands. I'm very much interested in how the judges saw this. I'm worrying because the Bulgarian was really strong, really powerful. He dominated the middle of the ring. I definitely hope that we didn't mislead the viewers.
A mérkőzés eredménye a pontozólapok alapján. Ladies and gentlemen, the judges have scored this bout. Németországból, from Germany, Sven Gräfe, 36-39, 36-39. Olaszországból, from Italy, Enrico Licini, 36-39, 36-39. Magyarországról, from Hungary, Kovács Bence, 36-39, 36-39. Így a mérkőzés győztese egyhangú pontozással, declaring a winner by unanimous decision, Lazar Dimitrov!
Második sem, a harmadik, és talán a negyedik menetet sem, tehát egy menetet kapott.
He got one round, but he didn't get the second, third or fourth, not more. I believe the Bulgarian's strong ring presence as he was all over him throughout. In terms of the number of punches, there was no significant difference.
Lazar Dimitrov nyerte tehát.
Lazar Dimitrov won the rematch to the second fight between them, so he will be the bogeyman to Tamás Kiliti. So there are some matchups. Maybe you might remember Hugo and Karai if we speak of Zsolt that day. And of course Tamás Kiliti does deserve an applause. Let's give him a hand. Well done, Tamás, great fight. So Hugo Hernan Garay fought Zsolt three times. Zsolt won all three times, but they were very tight ones, tough ones. So there are such matchups in the world of boxing, but next time will surely go a lot better for Tamás Kiliti. On we go with the third bout of the Hell Boxing Kings Night. Two completely different worlds will meet. Andrei Chemez, Bondi Chemez as he's often called, and Zoltán Csiki.